Morning, everybody. It's December what? 19th? Getting close to Christmas. After my talk yesterday, I felt better mentally. My son came up and spent the day with me, helping me do some jobs and chores that I had around the house. Glad he did. I would never got them done without him. And today, I don't have the fear and anxiety that I have been having. So, another good day so far. On my way for my drive with my wife, Amy, my dog. So today is looking pretty good. It's supposed to rain today and have high winds today and tomorrow. Here it is December and we're getting rain. I'm glad about that. I really don't want any snow. So, how are you feeling today, Amy?
Good. I didn't sleep good and I have a little bit of a headache, but other than that, I'm good.
Do you pray every day?
Me? Yeah, I do, multiple times.
Yeah.
Every night for sure. And a lot of times, most days through the day too.
How do you feel about it?
About what?
How does it make you feel?
It's better than not doing that.
You're more at ease after you pray?
Yeah, most of the time I am, yeah. I mean,
You've always been a pretty strong believer.
yeah, I mean, I don't think people would have looked at me and said, oh, she's religious or anything like that, but I've always believed, and
You consider yourself religious?
I think there's a difference between being religious and, like, I mean, I go to church, I play music, like, at church and stuff like that, but I just think it's just the way it is. Like, I just believe in God. It's just the way it is. I don't go around like trying to tell people that they should believe. I mean, I think obviously when you're a Christian, like when you're a Christian, it says that you should, tell people and stuff, but like I'm not at the point yet where I feel comfortable. And
I have told people that I've been close with that I believe in God now. I don't preach to them, and I don't try to convert them. But I let them know what I believe now.
well, you have friends and I don't, so I don't have, it has never come up for me before because I don't really go anywhere.
True, I suppose.
I just think that, I don't know, I believe, and if you don't, then that's really too bad, but you know what, like,
You went to
think
Sunday school and stuff like that.
for me, that I think prayer works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Sunday school, and I taught Sunday school before too, but
Yeah.
I don't think badly of people who aren't, I don't think badly of people who don't feel the same way that I feel.
I don't think badly of people that don't go to church or don't believe in God or whatever, or have my beliefs. It's not my job to feel bad about it, you know. They have the same opportunities I have to believe in God. They chose not to, or they chose to believe in God in a different way. I guess there's so many ways in which people believe in God. The Bible, I guess, outlines on the way you're supposed to do things. And for me, before, I thought because I was a decent person, or so I thought that was enough. It's not enough. If you read your Bible, it's really not enough. You have to, give yourself wholeheartedly to God, open your heart up to God, Jesus, and, really put some time and effort into it. And you're supposed to, let other people know. But when you're a new so-called Christian, which I think I come under the classification as, it's a big step to go around trying to preach the word of God, when really I don't have an idea of how to preach, or even how to bring the subject up, or how to talk about it with other people without looking like I'm crazy. Especially in a small town where everybody knows me.
People who believe in God and believe in Jesus and all that, from the beginning of time, have always been ridiculed and persecuted and mocked and all of that. And I think that sad to say, but I think that it will always be like that until the end of time, because and
it's a shame, but so you know more about God than I do, because you have gone to church and you have you just spend more time in. You've listened to more sermons than I've ever listened to. What would be some of your good advice for somebody like me to do? Is there more that I should be doing, do you think?
Well, I think that everybody's journey is different, and I think that I'm no one to just answer that question. I don't really know. I only know what I learned through the times that I've gone to church and stuff like that. But there are other people who know and understand much more than what I do, and I think that the thing of it is that you try to be the best person that you can be, and you say you're sorry when you fall short, and when others fall short against you, you try to show them enough mercy that you forgive them as well. You don't have to excuse what people do to you, and you don't have to be a doormat or anything like that. But I think people get so caught up into what am I supposed to do as a I want to be a Christian, or I believe, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to act? How am I have to go to church every Sunday. How am I supposed to act? What am I supposed to do? Blah blah blah. And sometimes all you need to know is that we're here on earth for a reason. And
Willow.
we need to stop hating on people, and we need to try to change our behavior as best we can so that we're treating other people like it's so hard sometimes. Like, it's so easy to love your neighbor when, like, it's so easy to love the people to treat the people that you love really well and things like that. But when it comes to people who you don't like, I think that's where your faith has to show that
That's the
I might
biggest
not
thing.
personally like this person, but this person was made and created the same way that I was, and I'm no better than they are because they were created just like me. So I'm no better than they are. I'm no worse than they are, but I'm no better than they are. Like, and I think that that's hard for people when you don't agree with someone and you feel like they're out to harm you, or they've done things that hurt you or whatever. It's hard for some people to say, you know, it's hard for some people to forgive people for what they have done, and to try to show people mercy. Like, why is it that, like, for parents, for example, like, you know, you grow up thinking that your parents are people who should never do any wrong, and your parents should be perfect. When you discover that your parents are not perfect, then some people have a really hard time with that. But, you know, or somebody else that you look up to as being an authority type of figure, you think that you shouldn't. You think that you know that they shouldn't act the way they do sometimes. Well, they're just human.
They're just doing the best that they can do with what they have.
I mean, I don't think that you should excuse bad behavior for sure. But, you know, like, when people are online and they're telling people, like, they've got hateful memes going on and stuff like that against other people that they don't like people in politics or people, you know, I don't like that. Like, I might not like think that a certain actor or musician or whatever is doing the right thing, but
Just trying to get the deer in the picture too.
but I'm not gonna go online and post hateful memes about them.
Yeah.
How does that help? Like,
It doesn't help. It doesn't help anybody. And really all that does is just make you feel even worse. Usually when you're talking bad about somebody, I find it makes you feel worse afterwards. Because really, I've always lived by the rule, if I got something to say, I'll say it to your face. And I've always pretty much stuck by that rule. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And what I've realized is, I don't have to tell you I don't like you. I just have, you know, I just have to be tolerant of you. Meaning, you know, you do you, I'll keep to myself. We're not going to be, you know, best friends or whatever. And, you know, you may have your reasons for doing the things that you do, right? That I don't agree with. I had it rough growing up. You know, my parents did the best that they could. They did what they thought was right. And at the end of the day, I think I turned out pretty good. I mean, I had a lot of outside influences from other people. You, your mother, your father, some aunts and uncles, I guess. But, yeah. And really, I know the Bible is thousands of years ago. But most of it is still relatable to today, but there are some parts of it that are hard to relate with today. And that's what also something that I find hard to understand. You know, how do you relate today compared to then? You know, I guess you just surround yourself with the people that are good and distance yourself from the people that are bad.
Well, I think the thing of it is that you have to the way that you know how to be a good person, I guess, is to, like, if you don't know what is being said in the Bible, then how can you follow it? So you have to, you know, how can you do the good that you're supposed to, like, how can you get closer to God and know what He wants from you if you don't read the Bible, and if you don't shut up and listen? You know, it's hard for, sometimes what is the right thing to do is not the thing that we want to do.
Yeah.
So you have to be open to listening to that, you know, to that part of you that knows, that little voice that is within you that is, you know.
It was like my talk yesterday. It's hard to put all of your faith into God because you don't know Him. So you don't know if He is who He says He is. You don't know. I'm a controlling person, so to give that control totally away to somebody that I believe in, but I have never met, is hard.
But
right?
You meet them through, you know, like reading and listening and stuff like that.
So that's my video for this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Amy's, you know, a very intelligent person. Thank God. She's got the brains in the relationship, that's for sure. Just try to be a good person and just try to be a good person. You know, put your faith in God. He'll work it out for you. I'm trying that now. It's hard. It's not easy. Hoping every day gets easier. It seems to be getting easier. Today's only my second day. I'm not perfect. I'm sure I'll slip up. I'm sure I'll have days of anxiety, depression. But, you know what? Those are the days that I'll pray extra hard. And I'd like to say a prayer for the people that are out there right now suffering financially, emotionally. Lord, please help these people. If you want me to say a prayer for you, I will. I'm not very good at it. I'm trying to get the word out.
You're such a good girl.
I'm trying to be a good Christian. I still sin. I still ask God to forgive my sins every night. I am hoping that I'm doing enough. I'm hoping I'm doing enough in God's eyes. And if I'm not, I hope God sends me a sign. And leads me on how to do things better. And I think I've been given little signs. I mean, I've brought up my insecurities. I've opened up to people that I don't know who could ridicule. But I've got a pretty tough skin. I can handle that. I might feel uncomfortable, but I can handle it. So, again, thank you very much for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Throw a comment if you want to. And everybody have a blessed day. Thank you.